does result in some compensation for those individuals that have to move back. The people that are on the top step of the MA 45 and VA 45 lanes move to kind of a phantom step in the VA 30 and MA 30 lane, and they stay there until the top step reaches their salary. So again, they don't lose out on that money. We aren't taking it from them. So that's that agreement. And that second paragraph kind of explains that. Also, we did agree to that anybody that's close to getting to the MA 45, VA 45 lanes, they have until June 30th to complete that process and make that request. And if they do, we'll move them accordingly. We anticipated 3 to 4 people that might be really close. In exchange for that, we agreed to only one date of people allowed to move on the salary schedule, and that is September 15th. Currently it's September 15th, and I believe February 15th maybe, or a date in February. It's very hard for the district to budget when you have people moving lanes in the middle of the year because you don't know who's moving. So we did agree to a one-time move, which is September 15th, prior to their first check for that school year. So that's indicated in that second paragraph. The third paragraph is the indication of the salary change. And we did agree to no increase to the base and no advancement on steps, but to increase a flat rate to every cell of $1,000. So every teacher will receive $1,000. We also then agreed to incorporate the co-curricular, extracurricular salary schedule that's on the bottom of your sheet back into the contract. That is legally required to be included. And we offered a $120 increase to the base salary for extra and co-curricular pay schedule. So again, $120 to the base, and then you can see how that flows through that. The second page has the June 30th date because that's an agreement, not part of the contract, but a memo of understanding. And it also has an MOU for the people that are currently getting longevity, but the rest of them, you know, that's a frozen thing and has been for a while. But that's an MOU for the people that are currently getting it so that everybody is on the same page. Amanda and Shelley sat in on those discussions, so did Chad. What would you like to add, or what questions do you have?
The $120 in the extra co-curricular activities, $120 relates to $29,720 there.
Correct.
Yes.
That's what
That's
It used to be $29,600. Now
Okay.
$29,720.
okay.
And then you can see, depending on which category you're in, it's a percentage of that number. So varsity football is going to $5,201 because they're in that first category.
Right.
Okay.
I don't know that I have anything to add. I mean, those are, I think, are the things that we talked about.
So the total cost of the agreement, 200 and, Chad, you're gonna have to jump in.
Yeah, 22,789.
Which is pretty close. I believe we talked as a committee or as a group of 225 is our top dollar, so pretty close to that.
Yeah,
I think the committee did and the superintendent and the board secretary did a tremendous job. And if you're ready for a motion, I'd like to move whatever Chad has as the motion for temporary.
We're approving it as a contingent or?
Yeah, pending.
Yes,
Pending, thank you, that's the
What
right
motion
word.
do you have, Chad?
I have moved to approve the tentative agreement accompanying amendments to the master agreement with the Oskaloosa Education Association for the 2018 through 2020 contract years as presented, pending ratification by the Oskaloosa Education Association.
That's my motion.
Okay. Do I have a second? Second from Amanda. Any other questions?
the $1,000 instead of just the movement.
Doing steps or
Right, because we've been doing that for several years, right?
the last couple, three, I think,
Yes,
for, again, with the limited budget and declining enrollment. I think those are the things, and we've tried to do as much as we can for,
And, we talked with the group about both options, steps and the flat increase, and, through the negotiations process, we agreed to the flat increase. Again, through those discussions, but it was discussed at length, and
and I think those are that is something we have to continue to look at.
That's
is-
why I was just
is
thinking
what-
going forward, when you continue to add, then when you do move, are those big jumps or not?
well, I think it's part of the negotiations process again,
Okay.
next year, and you have to depend on how much new money you have, and I
Yeah,
think you
years,
do what you can.
scenarios,
Either
yeah.
way you're.
I think as long as we stay, if we had planned to spend 225,000, we spent 223. I mean, to me, it doesn't matter where you stick it in that schedule, as long as we stay in that dollar figure, and we have the OEA and the staff agreeing to that. I don't think it's a big long-term problem.
I think as long as we are able to get the teachers that we need, the staff
Right.
that we need, those are the things we need to make sure that we continue to look at.
Right.
Okay? I have a motion and a second, correct?
Correct.
Any other questions? If not, would you read the question?
It is moved to approve the tentative agreement accompanying amendments to the master agreement with the Oskaloosa Education Association for the 2018 through 2020 contract years as presented, pending ratification by the Oskaloosa Education Association.
All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Okay. Next item on the agenda is consider approval of revisions to health insurance package for employees.
Forgot to bring that with me, so right now I'm searching for it, and there we go, okay, I can do it from memory, I think, but,
So you or Chad probably can do the,
so now that we have the agreement with the association pretty much locked in, we kind of know what we need to do with insurance to kind of lock in the total package, so if you look at this Plan 1, which is the blue choice, which is our high deductible plan, we are recommending no changes to that. Except, is that going there? Not on the high
no,
deductible,
that's
okay.
just.
So Plan 1, again, I believe 10 people take that now. We want to try to continue to incentivize people to move into that plan. So that is the high deductible plan. The district is contributing to the HSA, and it is at no cost to the employee. So no cost for individual, no cost for family. It's no premium cost. The district is covering that, again, to try to incentivize people to move to Plan 1. The current Plan 2, which most of our individuals are at, we are proposing changes. Again, we need to, if you see the very bottom number at the bottom of the page, the $450,143, that would be the cost of our insurance increase if we did not make any changes. Well, we can't afford to not make any changes. So we are proposing Plan 2 changes from a $500 deductible to a $750. You can see the family $1,000 to $1,500. Out of pocket is going from $1,000 to $1,500, and family from $2,000 to $3,000. There's also added to the prescription drug a Tier 4, which is a $90 deductible copay, which is a lifestyle drug. So it's more of a choice drug, not a life necessary drug. And the premium currently is nothing for single, and it will raise from $50 for families to $100 for families, whether that's employee spouse, employee's children, or employee or family. So it is rising by $50 per month premium, so from $50 to $100. And then Plan 3 has been not eliminated from our options, but this is being dictated by the insurance company, that no longer is it open for new people to join it, because it's a very expensive plan. And so it is closed to, there's no entry. No one new, if they're not already on it, can enter that plan. And the entire cost is being absorbed by the employee for that plan, the difference between the Plan 2 and the Plan 3. So for a single person, that is, if they choose to stay on it, and I believe there's 10 people on that one, 10 or
I think
close to
that's
that.
right.
Yeah.
Single would pay $217 a month. Let's see, employee spouse is $496 a month, employee children is $481, and family is $805. So that's a very pricey package. Again, only people that are currently doing that can stay on that due to the price. So making those changes reduces our the amount that we need to contribute, which is $134,938, which we are going to cover using our self-funding dollars. What questions do you have about the insurance changes?
I think you're gonna plan on trying to get small groups, is that still your?
Yep, we're working on getting the insurance people here a couple different nights, having some smaller group informational meetings to explain the difference between Plan 1 and Plan 2, and help people understand why they might want to be on one versus the other, and just educate people. We'll see how that goes. And we hope to do that early May, because May will be open enrollment time for people to choose what plan they want, Plan 1 or Plan 2. What questions do you have about it?
Explain to me what the 134,930 number is again.
That would be the cost of the difference between what we're paying now, the district cost now, to the district cost next year with all the changes. So because of all the changes, we reduced it from $450 to $134. If you made no changes, it would cost us $450.
So it's
$450,000.
only going
That
up
would've been a problem.
134 as opposed to 450.
Correct.
Okay.
And we're gonna cover that increase with some self-funding money. Am I saying that right, Chad?
That's a so, yeah.
So,
Sharma, any questions from you?
But
I'm looking at my chart here, so.
okay.
I think it's really important to encourage the employees and their spouses to attend those meetings, because I know when we owned our store, when it came to touching changes in the health insurance, that was something that everybody had questions about. So, I mean, we need to make sure that they are aware that,
And through the Labor Relations Committee, we discovered that there's just a lot of misconception about the plans as well. And again, we can't help them make the choice for themselves, but we can at least provide information about how it works and what those plans are. So we really took a three-pronged approach. We made some small, we feel reasonable changes to the plan. We made a small, we feel reasonable increase in the premium that the employee contributes, and then we are, a reasonable amount that we felt like our self-funding could cover as the difference. So bottom line for us, our increase next year is the amount we just approved in the salary schedule, the $222,000.
well,
Insurance is being covered by those other avenues.
I was really glad that you included the minutes of the Labor Relations Board and all the discussion that took place about the insurance, and I was really glad that we had a committee that took care of that this year.
Well, thank Amanda there, because she is the awesome note taker.
Yeah, she got everything.
Yeah.
Yes.
Does a
Well,
great
I
job
mean,
with the notes.
Yes, but the material was covered, obviously, and Shelley and Amanda were on that committee, and,
That's great.
and Craig.
That's correct, yeah.
Yeah, and I mean, with all the minutes of the meeting and things like that, I have a much clearer understanding of what happened, so.
I think they were healthy discussions. The ones I've sent.
And hopefully, you know, our usage remains under control or gets a little bit better than this year, and we won't see the big spike in an increase, so we won't have to make changes going in another year. You know, that's always the hope, is that we educate people on the use of their health insurance so that we keep our rates low.
Right.
I'll make a motion.
I would second it.
Okay, I have a motion and a second. Any other questions from those of you who maybe weren't, especially those who maybe weren't involved in the committees? No?
I just thank the committee for doing the work.
Yeah, I agree. I think the committee, and like Carl said, encouraging everybody to attend the meetings, or, I know you guys have put good work into that, because like with most things, knowledge is power. If you don't understand it, then yeah, things can be scary, but once you gain knowledge, then maybe, hopefully, things won't be as scary.
Okay. I have a motion and a second. I'm going to have you read the question.
It is moved to approve the revisions to the district health insurance package for qualifying employees for 2019-2020 as presented.
All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Okay. Next item is under facilities and finances. It's consider receiving bids and awarding contract for the pavement replacement project.
So this is a facilities committee. We did get together and open bids last week, I believe. And we had 4 companies bid on our project out here for the replacement of the parking lot. And I know Carl can answer questions, and so can Bill if you have specifics on the project. But the low bid came in from TK Concrete in the amount of $440,043.75. So our recommendation is to go with the low bid.
Okay?
We also received bids from Hallsworth, Absolute Concrete, and Engineer's Opinion. Oh, no, that's just the engineer's opinion.
I was just going to say, wait, I didn't remember.
We had 3 bids, sorry. There were 4 columns. We received 3 bids, I'm sorry. That's Garden and Associates
Their
estimate.
estimate, yeah. And some were below and
Whose
some were
engineers?
above.
So-
I would just like to add that I attended the bid opening, and the garden engineering representative was here, and I asked some specific questions about the qualifications of our contractor because I did not want this repeat. And he assured us that through adequate inspection on a public job, everything's good, right, Bill? That's what we were assured of?
Yes, that is correct.
Okay. So the specific question was asked about, yeah.
So do we have liquidated damages in that contract? In case
For not being done on
Yep.
time.
Yes.
Right. And the engineer's estimate on the job was $476,000, and it came in at $440, so
And we
we're
had
getting
budgeted
back
what they
to,
estimated, so
we're getting back to, we're trying to save that $44,000.
different fund, Garly.
Well, we decided because we didn't think anyone locally would be able to, is probably why we didn't have any local bidders. I say tell us local, but we didn't have any bidders from Oskaloosa because of the
Correct.
scope.
The size of the project, right? I think that was what I recall of the conversation.
Right.
Okay?
We'll still have some smaller sidewalk replacement and piece replacement that I'm sure we'll have local people bid on to get done this summer, but this is
Well, it's
the
the
biggie.
size of the project and the timeline of the project
Oh.
that makes it a difficult,
Tougher one to do.
tougher project.
Okay?
I would like to move approval of the bid with TK Concrete, however, Chad got the motion.
Pretty simple to receive 3 bids and get the contract.
I'll second.
Thank you. Motion and a second. Any other questions people have about those? Okay? If not, would you read the
It was moved to receive 3 bids for the middle school pavement replacement project and award the contract to TK Concrete, Inc. in the amount of $440,043.75.
All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Okay. And that brings us to the end of our agenda. So,
Next meeting will be May 14th.
May 14th, I was gonna look on my phone, but I would hang up on Sharma.
I was too late
to
to
that.
May 14th.
All right, May 14th, and it will be our next regular meeting. Okay? And with that, I thought 30 minutes, and it's been 27, so there we go. So our meeting is adjourned. Thanks, Sharma.
Bye.